I'm going to talk about my grandfather, George Patrick O'Keefe. He was in India from 1930 to 39. He spent the entirety of World War II supposedly in Dover Bay, being bombed every day. That's what my dad was told. He's in the top left corner wearing the cap. The rest of the men that are with him are officers. My grandfather was a quartermaster, sergeant major, flag bearer. He could never become an officer. I think there was some circumstance where that could happen. I think if there was some major battle and they were all slaughtered or something like that, then he could become an officer, theoretically. Anyway, he was part of the Royal West Kent Regiment. They had nicknames such as the Devil's Royals, and their motto was Invicta, or Invincible. Now, I got some theories that I'm working on. I can't exactly prove them. There is a Wikipedia page on this particular regiment. It's called the Queen's Own Regiment. So that's kind of interesting. Worth a read. It mostly talks about the regiment's action in World War I. It isn't particularly lengthy. I haven't had a chance to fully read it yet, but I'm really interested in seeing where that goes. I'm quite fascinated with the subject because sergeant majors they're tough as nails. They give orders, people listen to them. I don't know exact details of what they did or didn't do. It's my personal belief that he was probably in Africa because he would have been more useful there than in Dover Bay. Possibly with a Indian regiment. Because he would have known enough of the language for, being in India for 9 years to command troops, and it would just be a waste of military intellectual resources not to have him on the battlefield. Of course, none of this I can prove. My grandfather died when my dad was 15, so my dad only knows so much. But I think my grandfather's service, and it was a hard road to become a sergeant major. I mean, for one thing, he's O'Keefe. He was Irish, and that was hard to get anywhere in the English Army when you're Irish back in those days. Yeah, kept his name, didn't change it, didn't do anything. Yes, a real stand-up guy. Because even my dad, in later years, felt the brunt of discrimination against Irish people. People would tell him, "Oh, take that O out of your name, or you won't be able to get a job in England." And he didn't do it, and we seem to be doing all right now. Yeah, so it's really interesting, because I believe my grandfather's service could have opened doors for my dad and given him opportunities to work in a really cool profession. He had a job in the record industry, met a lot of famous rockers, got up to some really cool things. I don't know exactly why he doesn't talk too much about it. It's kind of it's a mystery to me. I'm interested to know, but he doesn't want to talk about it, so that's okay. I have some pictures to back up my story, which I will show you in a moment. I just think that there's a distinct possibility that Masons could have given my dad these opportunities. I mean, the thing is, my dad thinks it was his wit and charm that got him these jobs in the record industry, in the higher echelon of society, and he doesn't think of it as the higher echelon of society. He thinks of it as hanging out with some dumbass rockers and getting drunk with them. but it might be a little bit more than that, because you can't actually take pictures of yourself with rockers unless, in fact, they're okay with it. Because if they're not, you're not going to be in a picture with them unless you're in the background, messing around with some electrical equipment or something like that, or your back is turned, or who knows what. But you're not really in a picture with them. Alright, so here's a picture of my dad with ZZ Top. And there's some awards being handed out. Giant records by the look of it. My dad's on the far left. As you can see, he gained a little bit of weight. This was sometime in the 80s. I don't know exactly when. I don't know the context of this either. Looks kind of cool though, so have a watch, have a look. Leave your comments in the section below. And in the future, I will show you more pictures of my dad with rockers, because I haven't shown all of them yet. There's quite a number of them. Some of these musicians weren't as popular as others, but there were some that some people might recognize. Anyway, yeah, I think this is all connected, and I think it has to relate to me a little bit, because I don't know, I'm a bit of a loner myself. I've built up this big story, maybe just in my head, maybe just on my Facebook, maybe just on my YouTube, but I didn't really think about it at the time. I just threw stuff up on my Facebook and made videos that I thought were interesting at the time and didn't really think about it, because I used to like to get drunk and watch YouTube videos and things like that. I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun to me. I don't know about you guys, but society forced me to be a loner. I'm not actually a loner at heart. I'd rather be hanging out with people, but the point is, I think military command has been sending me subliminal messages, and I've just been too stupid and too drunk to entirely realize it until I've gone through this period of drinking less alcohol and really comprehending my situation. It wasn't by choice that I stopped, or not stopped, but slowed down on drinking. It's because of the medication my doctors blackmailed me into taking. But that's okay. My liver's a bit better now, so there's a plus there. I don't agree with their policies, and I'll make videos about it later. But anyway, we'll move on from here to there. Anyway, I guess that's about all I'll say. I wish I could talk more about my grandfather's military service, but I don't know what he got up to. I just honestly don't know. It's one of these things, you sort of know, but you don't know, and, you don't know how to explain it, and I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, talk to you guys later. See ya.